Hi, Shane here. You're watching Sam for God, and this is Mark. Check her out.
So hi guys, how are you doing? A couple of nights ago I went to see the new live action film of The Jungle Book. Now we're all familiar with The Jungle Book because it's a classic, it's a Disney classic. It came out back in the 60s, and I mean I grew up watching it. It was never one of my favourites actually, but I do remember watching it quite a few times as a child. And of course nowadays Disney just seems to be wanting to make live action films of all their Disney classics. So The Jungle Book was one of the other ones that got announced last year sometime, and to be honest I wasn't looking forward to it that much because, as I mentioned before, The Jungle Book's never been one of my favourite Disney films. I like it, it's a good film, I enjoy watching it every now and again, but I don't feel a connection to it or anything. I just don't love it that much really, and the idea of seeing The Jungle Book again just kind of turn into live action just didn't appeal to me that much. However, this new live action film directed by Jon Favreau has a very great cast, and when the trailer for it came out I was like, that actually looks pretty good. So yeah, I went to see it, and it completely exceeded my expectations. I loved it. Genuinely think it's one of the best films I've seen this year. In terms of entertainment anyway. This is such an entertaining film, and that's what you want when you go to cinema sometimes. You just want to see a great film that makes you happy, makes you sad, is amazing to watch, like looks beautiful. I mean, this new Jungle Book film, oh my god, it's visually stunning. Most of it's done in CGI, believe it or not. Like even just the backgrounds, like the jungle itself, it's all CGI. They hardly filmed any of it, as far as I know, in an actual jungle. And to me, that's just like, wow, it's amazing. Some of the scenery is honestly so beautiful, and to think that it was all just made through the computer, and yeah, it amazes me how amazing technology is these days. The animals as well, of course, are made through CGI, and they're amazing. Like, so believable. It's so weird. It takes a while actually to get used to the fact that these very real looking animals actually talk and sing as well. But once you get past that, you just forget that they're animals. Like, it's just so bizarre how lovable all the characters are. Well, not all of them obviously, but most of them are just so likable and believable, and you care for them, and the relationship between the characters in the film is just like, whoa, very good. Mowgli is played by a kid called Neil Sethi, I believe, or Sethi, and I thought he did a great job. I really liked him as Mowgli. I think it would have been quite easy for the character of Mowgli to become a little bit maybe unlikable if they'd cast the wrong person, but no, I thought Neil did an excellent job, and I liked him throughout the film. I thought he was really good. And again, considering most of the film is done through CGI, it's amazing how believable his acting was, because when you think about it, he would have been acting most of the stuff in front of a green screen, and yet every line he says, everything is just done so well, so well done to him. Bill Murray voices the character of Baloo, and oh my god, he was brilliant. I mean, Baloo himself was just one of the highlights of the film. Of course, if you've seen the animated version of The Jungle Book, you're used to Baloo. He has that song, The Bare Necessities. It's a very famous song. He's a very famous character, and so it took a while for me to get used to this new Baloo, who just looks like a real life bear and obviously has a different voice, but he still had the same kind of personality as Baloo. And Bill Murray was just so funny. Like, some of the lines that Baloo says in the film are just amazing. I love them. Great character. Then we've got Ben Kingsley as Bagheera. Again, great voice, loved him. Also, I just want to mention how amazing Bagheera looked in the film. Like, again, CGI wise, wow, just amazing, stunning, so believable. Went so well with Ben's voice as well. I just loved him. Idris Elba voiced the character of Shere Khan, and Shere Khan, I have to tell you, is a lot more mean and evil in this film than he is in the Jungle Book animated film. But I loved him. I loved Shere Khan's character in this new live action version of the Jungle Book, because every time he was on screen I was just like, I felt the intensity, and I was like, whoa, he's scary, and his eyes again looked just so freaky, and the voice was done so well. Amazing. Lupita Nyong'o, a fantastic actress who I saw in 12 Years a Slave a few years ago, voices the character of Raksha, who's kind of like Mowgli's adapted mother. She's a wolf, and again, I thought she did an excellent job. I love the wolf. I cared so much about the mother wolf, and I went to see the film with two of my friends, and both of them loved the wolf as well. All the wolves, in fact, you know, Mowgli's brothers and sisters, the mom. Oh, I just cared about all of them so much, and that's so unlike me because I'm not really an animal person, yet these animals in this film were just made so well, and you just, I loved it. Scarlett Johansson voiced the character of Kaa, and that's a very small part when you think about it, and I'm not gonna lie, even though it was amazing, like the scene was incredible, I enjoyed watching it, I didn't think it was a highlight or anything. Like, I kind of even felt a bit out of place, like almost like there was really no point to it, even though I understand why it was in it, because it is in the film as well, like in the main Disney film from back in the 1960s. I don't know, it just felt a bit like, I just forgot about it until I remembered, oh, Scarlett Johansson's in it. So yeah, it was amazing though. Again, I loved watching it. King Louis, I have to talk about King Louis. He was voiced by Christopher Walken, and again, I thought it was a great voice performance. And King Louis himself, whoa, he looks different as a real animal. I say real animal because obviously it's CGI, so they're not real, but he's just a lot bigger than what I expected. Like in the cartoon, King Louis is shorter than Baloo, and he just, I don't know, he's quite small. But in the film, King Louis was this like giant ape, and yeah, it was a great scene though. The scene with him towards the end of the film was really, really good. Also guys, the characters sing. Like King Louis sung his main song, I wanna be like you, ooh, ooh. And so did Baloo. Baloo and Mowgli actually had a really great scene in the middle of the film where they sing the bare necessities together on the river, and I loved it. I thought it was just done so well, and oh my god, I just can't believe how good this film was. I'm genuinely surprised. Like, I'm not saying I didn't think it was going to be good, but I just thought it would be like another live action film. Just like, basically, I wasn't a big fan of Cinderella, for instance, that came out last year, the live action film of it, or even Maleficent. Like, I liked Maleficent, I enjoyed it, but I didn't think it was amazing. Whereas with this film, the new live action film of The Jungle Book, I genuinely loved it. Like, completely. I can't fault it in anything. I thought the voice acting in it was done amazing. Mowgli was really well chosen and played a very, very convincing and likable character. The songs were great, of course, and there's even some like orchestrations, like new orchestrations of some of the songs in the background throughout some of the scenes, and I really enjoyed those as well. The scenery is amazing throughout the film, like amazing cinematography, great CGI. Oh my god, it just blows my mind. I wish I could do all this stuff. Like, it just amazing. Well done, Disney. And the direction as well is excellent. So yeah, I just really enjoyed this film. It was entertaining, heartwarming, exciting, action-packed, moving, touching, funny. Like, it was genuinely really funny at points. It had a really great story, and it's actually quite different. The story is a little bit different to the original, and when I say original, I mean like the original Disney animated film that came out in the 60s. And I think I preferred the film. I genuinely think I prefer this live action film to the main or Disney animated film, because in the animated film, like, not much really happens in my opinion. Like, it's a great film, don't get me wrong, especially for when it actually came out back in the days, and the songs are great and blah blah blah, but I feel like this new live action film of The Jungle Book just had so much more to it. Like, the story was better, it was more exciting, I was on the edge of my seat at times. Yeah, it just had everything you'd want from a great movie, so go and watch it. I completely recommend it. And if you have already seen it, leave comments down below and let me know what you thought of it. But yeah guys, that's my little review of the new Jungle Book. It's released now in the UK in April of 2016. I'm pretty sure it's out in other countries as well, or it should be out soon. Go and check it out if you can, and yeah, thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you next time. Bye!